Hello everyone, I'm super excited about today's video. We are going to be talking about the Cultivate What Matters homeschool planner. This is so gorgeous. I don't talk about my kids very often. I do have 5 kids and most of my kids go to school, but I do have one child who we've decided it was best for him to homeschool, and that's what he decided to. So we do homeschool him, and it's been such a blessing this year, and I am excited to have the opportunity to share this homeschool planner with you after having this experience. It's a beautiful book, beautiful. My child is in high school, and so some of the things in here don't really apply, like we don't really plan field trips or anything. But there are other things that I definitely will be using, and honestly, I think that this would be a great planner for teachers too. So if this looks like something that you could use in the classroom, it's stunning, stunning. So let's first look at the beautiful cover. I love this cover. I'm not sure what it is. It almost feels like a placemat, like a plastic placemat. Very sturdy, like super sturdy and bendable, flexible. It has this really cute white plastic coil on it. Do you remember when the power sheets used to be on a coil? I loved that. I mean, their new one is beautiful, but I really did love their coil. So it's a white plastic coil and it's not too thick. So the plastic coil actually feels really nice and sturdy. You have the logo back here, this really pretty floral, and the gold foiling of the logo here. So let's open it up and see the insides, because that's the most important thing. Totally in love with this like Kelly green cover over here, the inside of the cover, so cute. And then we have the name page. So this says student name, homeschool name, and year. And then you have the mission statement and kind of an introduction to homeschool planning here. A year at a glance, this is an undated planner. So one thing about homeschool that's really nice is we set our own schedule. So you can start when you want, you can stop when you want, you can take breaks when you want. So here is where you can set that schedule for yourself. It does run January to December in here, which even though I'm homeschooling, I still follow the same like academic year, so we generally start at the end of the summer and end in the end of the spring. So I kind of wish that this was like a July through June here. That's what I would choose, but this does have a year at a glance. So January to December. Then you have your important holidays over here. And because it's undated, you can write the dates in, although New Year's Day is always January 1st. So yeah, that's kind of funny. What day are you going to be celebrating New Year's Day? Same with like the 14th of July, Juneteenth. Like these are, like Father's Day makes sense because the date changes, but I'm not sure why they did it like this. This book is stunning, and as we go throughout, I'm going to be pointing some things out, but all of the floral pages and the colors that they've chosen in here are just beautiful. No tabs, just as a note. I kind of wish that they would have tabs, but again, because it's undated, you can add your own tabs in to the different months. The first page here is an attendance record, which I think is really important for us to keep track of that with our kids, make sure that we're staying on track. And it has the months listed across the top with the dates here, the 1st through the 31st for each of those months. You have a grade tracker, so date, assignment, and grade. And there are 6 pages of this. So also note that all of these pages are numbered, which I always love in a planner when they have numbered pages. So there you have your 6 grade tracker, and then you have a reading log, which I'm really excited to use with my son. So reading log, you have 4 pages of that, and then memory work. So memory work completed, and the date on there. Here's the field trip log that maybe I do need to plan field trips. This is making me feel kind of guilty. We don't do a lot of that. And then other, you can track anything you want here. And here's another one of those beautiful pages. The colors are just so cute. So it's like a lime green with Kelly green. And here you have an about your student, which I remember when I was in public school as a child growing up, we'd always fill these kind of things out at the beginning of the year. And I love it. So I definitely want to keep track of that sort of thing with my kids that do homeschool, if any of the others decide to do that. You have favorite color, favorite book, favorite foods, age, favorite place. You can put pictures in here if you want, just kind of like a little memory of the year. Another beautiful page, planning for the year ahead. Here's where you can put your core values. This wouldn't be a Cultivate What Matters planner without having some goals and mission statements, values in here. So here you have a mission statement, ideas of what we'd like to learn this year, and here are the goal setting pages. So you can set 6 goals for the family, 6 goals for the student, and the why, and then the requirements for my state. So I go through a homeschooling program. They kind of do all the curriculum and everything for me. It's really quite nice. But I know there are others of you that are so amazing and do all your own curriculum and do these amazing homeschools. And one thing that you have to keep track of are your requirements for your state. So it kind of has little reminders about, have I notified my intent to homeschool? Am I required to take attendance for my student this year? It helps you go through what the requirements are for your school, and then other state requirements can be listed over here. And the little florals, I just love them. They're so pretty. So here's your curriculum list. You have your subject and the things you can write whatever you want under there. Websites and online accounts for homeschooling. This would be a great for your kids if they kind of, I don't know, for my son, there are things he has to do and websites he has to visit each month, and so we can write those in there. Books we'd like to read together, memory work, and this says this year we'd like to memorize the following poems, verses, and literature. I was wondering what memory work was. There you go. Other and other. I'm sure that you people who are a lot more seasoned in homeschooling know what these things are, but there's some things that, because my child is a junior in high school, we just aren't doing anymore. But sometimes I feel like I missed out not homeschooling my kids when they were little. And then here, there are just some great pages to fill out in here. Extra activities. This year, we'd like to focus on free time for the following skills and activities. These are important to us because here's planning extracurriculars for the year. It has some questions you can go through. One of my favorite pages from the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets looks a lot like this, so this may look familiar. This is your ideal homeschool schedule. So you have a Monday through Sunday, and it goes from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you can really set your schedule in here really nice and just do like an ideal week, what it would look like for you. Anchoring truths, a prayer for the year. So here's where, like, there are some religious pages in here, which I love, especially when you're homeschooling and you can bring in your faith into your schooling. Whatever the faith may be, it's just kind of neat. That's a neat thing about homeschooling. Breaking down your goals. So you can take those goals and break them down by term. So in month 1, month 2, month 3 for each of those terms and what you want, and then you can break down those goals for the term at a glance. And then here is where it gets started into the month. These pages do have scripture on them, which I think is beautiful. A house is built by wisdom and is established by understanding, by knowledge. The rooms are filled with every precious and beautiful treasure. I love it. So, and the colors are just beautiful. Month is undated, and so you can fill that out. This month, we're looking forward to important to-dos, things to prepare for. And then you have monthly questions. So I love these a lot. Books we want to read this month, character traits we want to grow, something we love about each other, encouraging words for the month. I just think that this book turns your homeschool into a beautiful keepsake. Character traits, you can circle them and how you want to grow the traits. And then this is your monthly goals. So top priority for this month, word of the month, monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. So you can break down those goals into monthly, weekly, and daily habits. This can be like your reading or, I don't know, whatever you guys have as your goals for in your school. And then you have a notes page with a cute little floral. And this is what your week looks like. I love this layout. The beautiful Cultivate What Matters colors. This is your lesson plan. You have Monday through Friday and these great blocks that you can put your subjects in or whatever you'd like. Over here we have notes, achievements, and things to work on. And then you just have several weeks of the lesson plan here. And then it goes into the end of the month. So at the end of the month, you have your gratitude, our favorite memory, something funny that happened, someone who helped us, new things we learned, someone who helped, progress we're celebrating, favorite book we read, our favorite activity or lesson we're grateful for. I think this would be a great, like I said, keepsake memory of the homeschooling time. Another scripture, and it goes into the next month. So each of the months has a really pretty color. You have this like Carolina blue, this beautiful grass green, this gorgeous peachy pink, really pretty French blue, pink, the lighter blue, and they each have a different scripture on them, that grass green, the peach. We're kind of repeating colors now. And then after the last month, you get to the end of year review. So this is celebrating our year together. And this is something I would probably do as I was going throughout the year. So a highlight from August, a highlight from October. I would definitely be doing this because I have a hard time remembering. I guess you could go back in this book and see what the highlights would be. But if it were me, I'd be filling this out as I go. So just a highlight from each month. This is a reflection of the year. So you have what went well together, what didn't go well, what we'd like to change, write a prayer of thanksgiving for the past year. And then you have 3 notes pages with the beautiful floral. These notes pages have checklists on them, so you could do different things with these during the year. And then you have some blank pages, so 2 of those. And then you have boxes, which you could also do like a fun little project or writing or anything in these books that have the floral on the top. By the way, just to go back to this, the lesson plan, this has always been a layout that I've wanted for a regular planner for work because I work Monday through Friday. I could have my different projects listed here and what I need to do for each of those days. I've always different planner companies have a similar layout to this, and I've always thought that this would be so nice. So I am kind of tempted to use this for work and to get another one for me, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful book. So let's get some measurements. One thing that they don't have on their website is measurements or information about the paper. The paper does feel really nice, but I don't know what weight it is. So we'll do pen testing. Maybe we can guess. And let's do measurements really quick. So because they don't have measurements on their website, this is just me doing my best. I'm trying my best. So 9.5 inches tall. With the coil, it's 8 inches wide. So the paper is about 7.25 inches wide, a little bit more than that. So it's like a little bit bigger than a 7x9. And then the thickness, it looks like 3/4 of an inch, but let's see. It's actually 5/8 of an inch thick. So it's not too thick, really actually quite lightweight and easy to carry around. And because this is that like plasticky cover, it just feels lightweight and easy, and it feels really sturdy, just super sturdy, but so beautiful. I really like the religiosity of it. I can see that some people would not like that about it. But let's go back to a notes page and do some pen testing here. We'll use this page because then you'll really be able to see on the back because there's no lines blocking your view. All right, I'm just gonna write a few things here with the different pens, and then we will flip it and look them over. So this varsity pen is a fountain pen, and the rest are, that Pilot G2 is running out of ink, so don't even look at that because it probably won't bleed through on anything because it's out of ink. And then this is a highlighter, and then I highlighted twice. So you can see this is smoother paper, so there is quite a bit of ridging. The varsity fountain pen it looks like it bled a little bit actually. The ridging's pretty intense, just FYI. But other than that, there's no bleeding. And the fountain pen does bleed on a lot of things, so that's not super surprising to me. The ridging is pretty intense, so if that's something that would bother you, just be aware of that. It doesn't bother me in the least. Ridging doesn't bother me. Bleeding kind of does, and I don't mind shadowing, but bleeding kind of does. Other than that, there's no shadowing and there's no bleed through, so I would steer clear of fountain pens on this. But other than that, it looks like pretty good quality paper. I have no idea what the weight is. I wish that they would say. That's really important to me. If I ever find that out, I will write it down below. It does feel like it really handled pens well, especially like the double highlighting, which often bleeds through when you highlight on top of each other. It's smooth but not slick. Thank you so much for watching my Cultivate What Matters homeschool planner walkthrough. I am really, really excited about this, and I think that a lot of people are going to love it. If this walkthrough helped you decide that you would like to purchase this, I do have a link and I will list it below. It is an affiliate link, and I always appreciate when you guys decide. There is no pressure, but if you decide to click on my link, it does tell them that I sent you their way, and It helps me keep this channel going, so I appreciate it a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to y'all very soon. See you, bye.